Hey, Team Esteem. So I'm actually going to talk pretty quietly because I'm here at Summit and the rest of the house is asleep. It's 1 a.m. We have to get up in like 3 hours. But I didn't want to go home and have the struggle of wanting to spend time with my boys and my husband, but really, really, really wanting to get this information to you guys quickly. So I figured, why not just make the video now? So I have some stuff that I want to share with you guys. And I just want to say that I've been to 4 summits now, and this has been by far not just the best, but the most life-changing for sure, because of what is happening now and what's coming. So let me share my screen with you guys. So I just want to start off by saying that this summit has really been about bringing back the joy of this business and finding your joy with coaching. It's been awesome to see how corporate has been listening to us and what we've been asking for to be added to the product line and some things that have changed. But besides that, all that stuff is great. But besides that, just, coaching and finding the joy that just comes from within yourself, because all that stuff is awesome. Everything that I'm about to talk to you guys about is awesome, but none of it matters unless you know where your joy in this business is. So let me share my screen with you. And as usual, I do have a couple announcements. Make sure you watch all the way through this video because the good stuff is really going to be at the end. So just a little summit recap. It's not over yet. It's Friday, early Saturday morning right now. So we still have all of Saturday. And I know I'm going to have a lot more to bring back to you guys, but just a little short recap of most of what's going on. So our Shift Shop test group, like I told you guys in the live video, it's not going to start on Monday. It's going to start the next Monday. So we're going to align with how Beachbody's doing it, which they're going to launch it officially, the big test group, on the 24th. So we will open up our Team Esteem test group on Friday, July 21st, and we'll officially start day one on the 24th. Okay, so if you have people that are like raring to go, let them know that the group is going to open up on Friday, a week from yesterday, and we'll get them going. So the Team Esteem sneak peek, because of the Shift Shop, we're going to shift the sneak peek back a week. We're going to do it Monday, July 31st through August 2nd. It'll be on Facebook. I want you to literally invite everybody to this, but for a different reason. We're going to talk about the discount option. We're going to talk about coaching. We're going to talk about being a challenger. We're going to talk about everything, but we're not going to lead with coaching from the discount point of view. I think that you're going to learn a lot and be really, really rejuvenated by the sneak peek. So I hope that you're a part of it. I hope you invite people to it. So know that that's coming July 31st. Team Beachbody Cup, I want you to guys start getting your team together. It's 5 people per team, only 1 lifetime diamond per team. So that's going to be in August. You've got to register though by the last day of July. Okay, so form your teams. There's going to be certain elite points that are correlated with that. So if elite points are on your mind right now, ask me about it and I'll let you guys know. They haven't made the official announcement yet, but they told us today in the leadership meeting that's going to be happening. So, okay. Every year, Summit is a time that's always about good intentions. There's so much potential that comes to Summit, not just within our team, but within every coach that comes. Coaches come to Summit, they get fired up, they drink the Kool-Aid, right? And then they go back home and life starts happening. And the high of every coach around them isn't there anymore. So although it's great to be all about good intentions, I want to challenge you for the rest of this year to really make it a year not just of good intentions, but of good decisions. There's a huge difference. And that difference is action. That is the difference between everybody who was in the leadership meeting today, which there was only probably a couple hundred of us, and the rest of everybody that's at Summit, is decisions. So, come on, computer. Common sense isn't always common practice. Everything that I'm going to tell y'all, everything that I've told y'all for 5 years, everything that we talk about within Beachbody is actually really common sense. But just because it's common sense doesn't mean that it's common practice. So I think I would be safe to say that most of you wish that you were the best coach you could be, right? Like you wish, like, I wish I had, this going on in my coaching business, or I wish I was doing this, or I wish I spent more time, effectively inviting people or getting people to join my challenge groups or recruiting new coaches, whatever. But life and excuses and shiny objects. And to top it all off, this business is hard. We're not selling makeup. We're not selling candles or whatever else. Coaching is hard. We are asking coaches to not just sell a product, not just sell Shakeology, but we're asking you to actually help people, because this is a relationship business and it takes time and dedication and commitment. There's going to be a lot of typos in here, by the way, because it's 1 a.m. But you've got to know that this is not going to be easy. Relationships are hard. Think about your marriage. Think about your friendships. Think about your family. It takes a lot of time and effort to cultivate those relationships. So don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Every day, it's about becoming a better version of yourself, right? So I've been a coach for 5 years, and I can tell you, just like with any business, there's seasons. There's seasons in business. And we are coming out of a deep, dark winter. When I became a coach in 2012, I don't want to say it was easy because it wasn't, but Challenge Packs had just launched a little bit earlier. We had so much cornered on the market as far as, we still were in the DVD world. There wasn't a whole lot out there competing with us in the home fitness world. And over those 5 years, a lot of things have changed, right? Beachbody on Demand, streaming workouts, free stuff on YouTube, other nutritionals out there besides Shakeology. People are learning how to eat cleaner. They're asking questions about ingredients, right? We had major, major, major rapid growth from the time I became a coach until 2015. Looking back on my business, because of course I track all of this stuff, our team had so much growth in 2014 and 2015 that it made 2016 look very, very sad. It was a winter. It was like we had tilled up all of the crops and there was nothing left in the soil, and it was time for the soil to freaking breathe. But now it's time to sow. And what do you do when you sow? It's time to plant seeds. We are coming out of that deep, dark winter, and you have got to plant where you're planted. That's not supposed to. You've got to plant the seeds so you can sow. To do that, the main thing is that you keep the main thing the main thing. Hold up. The main thing is that you keep the main thing the main thing. What am I talking about? Sharing, relationship business, inviting. If you go back and look over the last few months, maybe the last 6 months, maybe the last year, how many lives have you changed based on Success Club points, based on how many people have joined your groups, based on how many coaches you've brought on? Go back and look at those things. It's time to put the main thing as the main thing again, and that is inviting and investing in relationships. We are in the business of results and relationships. That's it. We want to help people get healthy and fit, and we want to help people be successful as coaches. So to do that, you have to keep your focus on the 4 vital behaviors. Okay, so new coaches, struggling coaches, I want you to go back to number 1. Be proof that the products work. You've got to be your own success story. You're a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. I'm not saying that you have to have a 6-pack or no cellulite to be a successful coach, because we all know that that's not true. But you do have to be proof that the products work. You have to be doing the products. I teach a lot of classes, but you better believe I'm still doing home workouts, because I'm in the business of getting people results, and that's how I've gotten results. So you have to be your own success story, and you have to be an inspiration and lead by example. Be proof that the products work. Number 2, personal development. Of the 4 vital behaviors that we have, this is the one that to this day I still struggle with the most, and it's because I'm a mom with little kids, and I get it. I get it. I'm not in a phase of life right now where I can read a lot because I'll fall asleep. So I listen a lot. I do like to read personal development books, and I think I'm coming up on that stage again, because there's some books out there that I'm dying to read. But you've got to find the personal development that's going to work for this stage in your life, okay? So how are you going to help other people if your mind isn't ready to help other people? And you might think, once I reach this point in life, or once I achieve this in my business, then I'll be able to. No, you're going to be able to help people the more that you invest in yourself. You've got to keep filling your cup so that you can keep pouring it out. Number 3, drink Shakeology like it's your job, because guess what it is? Those of you who have Shakeology on hold, you've canceled it, you've got too much at your house, you need to take inventory of your life, okay? Drink Shakeology like it's your job, because it is. And guess what? We have other products too that you can get on HD and supplement for Shakeology if you're wanting a break from Shakeology, right? Although I don't know who would want to break from Shakeology, but we just launched the, what is it? Sunshine, Daily Sunshine, right? Get that for your kids. Try it out for a month for your kids. We have the performance line. There's other things that you can try, because guess what? You should try everything so that you can give an honest opinion to people on everything. Do I use the whole performance line? No, but there's parts of it that I love, like Energize. So that's what I talk about. But I'm able to tell people about the other parts of it. Have I tried all the Shakeology flavors? Of course I have, so that I can tell people about it. That's part of your job, right? Change your nutrition and find your story with this. It's not your job to tell people about every single component of Shakeology, right? It's not your job to answer their questions about that other shake that they have questions about, or about XYZ protein bar over here. That's not your job. Your job is to share your story and what works for you, and develop that around Shakeology. Number 4, recognition. Recognition. You've got to recognize those non-scale victories of the people that you're helping. You've got to recognize their results. Those challengers, those coaches, whoever it is in your corner, be in theirs. Okay? It should not be lonely at the top. You should have a bunch of people at the top with you. So I'm going to give you 5 simple tips to decide to start doing now. Implementation. Okay? So number 1. Number 1 is you must raise your ambitions. Yesterday should never be better than your today. Okay? You can't settle anymore. I've seen a lot of settling in this team within the last year, and I'm preaching to the choir here too, okay? But for you to go to the next level, you have to decide that that's what you're going to do. And if not for you, do it for your family, right? Every time that I've gotten down about this business or about where I am in this business, think about why I started. It was because of Weston. And now it's because of Aaron. It's because of Bowen. So when it's not good enough that it's just for me, I remember that it's for them. And for them, there's no way that I'm going to settle. So you have to raise your ambitions so that you refuse to settle. And that's what's going to help take you to the next level. Number 2, live each day with intention because the clock is ticking. You need to ask yourself, are you living? Are you loving? And do you matter? Are you mattering in people's lives? This is your second chance. Have you ever been in like a situation, maybe it's in a relationship and you got in a fight or you were rude to somebody, but you have a second chance to mend that relationship? Or maybe you had a really scary, life-threatening situation and you survived, and that's your second chance. Maybe you, I don't know, whatever it is, you got a second chance. This is your second chance with coaching. Summit. It's in the middle of the year for a reason. This is your second chance to freaking crush it for this year. But the clock is ticking. So every day, intention. Number 3, no longer fear rejection. If you're still so afraid of people telling you no, you've got to realize that you're always going to have more people in your corner, more people who have your back than who don't. Okay, this is kind of like, in my mind, it's like a rejection maturity thing. Okay, so eventually you should get to the point where it's like no skin off your back when somebody says no. At first, as a new coach, as a coach who, hasn't been inviting a lot, it's going to hurt when people say no. You're going to take it personal. But, some of you might even get defensive, right? I've had moments like that too in the past where it's like, oh my God, I got so defensive just because they said no, So you've got to grow in that. And it's going to take time, but don't be afraid of rejection, because for every rejection, there's just somebody else out there who's going to support you. So try to grow in that, think about it as a growth opportunity. Every time you're rejected, it's just another chance to say, look, maybe that one person rejected me, but look at all these people I have over here supporting me. You've got to celebrate those things. Number 4, jump in and face your fears. You've just got to decide to freaking go for it. When you realize that there is no difference between you and me, there is no difference between you and the people on stage at Summit, that's huge. It's huge. And I know that now because I've been a coach for 5 years, right? But at first, it's really overwhelming because you see these big success stories and you think, wow, I don't think I could ever do that. Or what is so different about them that they were able to do this? Nothing. They just did it. They weren't afraid to do it. So learn how to listen through your fears and ask for help when you need it, because you're not in this alone. You don't have to figure things out and everything's already been done for you, but you do have to ask for help. Number 5, find something or someone to fight for. Looking back over this last, year of coaching, and yeah, it was a big deal because I had my second kid too, but I don't want to sit here and make excuses because we all have tons of excuses. It was a very trying year for me in coaching. I had come off of a plateau year and headed not even just into another plateau year, but a decline year. And when you are a coach who your full-time income is coaching, it's very, very scary. It's very scary. And it's hard to watch the company change and grow. And it's hard to get more rejection than ever. And it's hard to constantly be thinking of ways that you can be different and creative and reach more people. I get it. I get the struggles. And believe me, the people at the top feel it even more. But you have to fight for it. I've seen so many coaches, friends of mine, coaches of mine, and coach friends of mine who were once all in. And because it got hard, or because life got hard, they stopped fighting. They lost their belief in the company, and worse, they lost their belief in themselves. And for some of you, that's you. And it's you. So you have to find something or someone to fight for. So I'm going to help you. This is our little organizational system for the rest of the year. Okay, this is Beachbody's timeline. Okay, July, where we are right now. We're about to have the Shift Shop test group. So what should you be talking to people about right now? The Shift Shop test group, right? Don't be talking to them about the clean week, okay? Because that's not till September. Don't talk to people about that. Don't promote clean week. You need to be promoting two things right now. The Shift Shop test group that you're going to be a part of and get results from, and they can too. And you also need to be talking about the Daily Sunshine launch, right? All of your friends who've been asking you for so long, what do you feed your kids? What can I try to give my kids? This is your chance, right? Don't put objections in your head about it. Go ahead and talk to them. Yes, it's the same price point as Shakeology, but guess what? They're a lot more likely to spend the money on the kids than they are themselves. So, July, that's your focus, okay? August. So, July 31st through August 2nd. I want you to recruit. I want you to invite everybody you're already working with as a customer or challenger or a discount coach, and your prospects, and just trust me that I'm going to take care of it. Okay. Like, can you just trust me that you need to get people in this group? I don't care what you say to them. If it's customers, you need to let them know that we have an option for them once the 10% ends in September, that they can have an even greater discount. Okay. That's what you need to tell them. But everybody else, I don't care what you tell them, whether it's about learning about a challenge group or about coaching or whatever, you need to get them in that sneak peek. Okay. Okay. Also, it's the Team Cup. So you need to start making your teams, because that's in August. September is the Clean Week launch. Okay, more on that later. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that now. Just know that it's going to be a great way to have people test out 1 week of a like introductory program, pretty much. They get 7 days of Shakeology. They get the Clean Week workouts that reference exercises. They're doing exercises from all of the other programs. Okay, it's really cool. Watch the promo video. And that's when the 10% customer change happens, okay? The discount goes away. October, huge. The UK launches, we get a new coach online office. I previewed it along with the other coaches that are here. We saw a preview. It's going to be amazing. November is when Double Time comes out. That is Tony's program, right? The partner program that's going to be so fun. And what a perfect launch for the holidays, family time. December is the new teambeachbuddy.com website in the US. Okay, it is beautiful. It functions just like Amazon. You'll love it. All right, here is what I really wanted to tell you guys. So, team esteem recognition timeline. 2 things. I want you to focus in July on hitting Success Club. Okay, because if you hit Success Club in July, you will get an email from me, a personal invitation to our high performance coaching Zoom. Okay, it's going to be Tuesday, August 8th at 8:30 p.m. Okay, and I will record it for those of you who can't be on live, but it's only going to be for people who hit Success Club in July. Why? Because that's going to tell me who is ready to run, who is ready to do this. And I have some awesome, awesome, awesome information and help for you guys. But you've got to put the skin in the game to hear it, okay? Then we're going to have a push to diamond. Okay, this actually starts right away. I want to know who of you want that quarterly bonus. So this was the other announcement. Any diamond that holds diamond for 6 weeks out of the quarter, because that's what our bonuses are like for star diamond and above, 2-star and above. So any diamond or star diamond, this is for you. The quarterly bonus, it's $250. If you hold your diamond / star diamond, whichever one it is, rank in Q3 for 6 weeks, you get the $250. Same thing for Q4. I know that could be a really, really big deal for all of you. All of you. I've seen your paychecks, right? I've seen what's going on. It's a big deal, especially for like holidays that are coming up. I mean, seriously, it's time to freaking push. So, if you want help, that is what I'm here for. But remember, you have to ask for help. So, in the comments below, click on my call schedule and schedule a call with me starting Monday. Okay, what we're going to do is go through what you're currently doing and reassess, and I'm going to point you in the direction of how to change your path to get to diamond. Okay, it's going to be about recruiting, just FYI. All right, coming soon. This is it, guys. I'm going to give y'all access to something that I'm working on. It's a quick start onboarding for new coaches, okay, to help lead them better in the Team Thrive Online Academy. So we're still going to use the Team Thrive Online Academy, but there's something that I use that's helpful with new coaches that I bring on, and it's just a quick like Cliff Note version of how to kind of onboard them quickly, and it's a good precursor to the actual in-depth training. Okay, so I'm going to work on that for you guys. I don't have a date yet, but it'll be soon, hopefully, that I get that out to you guys. And then qualification leadership Zooms based on performance. So the first one, like I said, we'll go back, is August 8th. And then we'll have some from there on. It won't always be the same reason to qualify. Maybe it'll be rank, maybe it'll be Success Club, maybe it'll be something about the leadership ladder. But I have some higher level information for you guys that doesn't make sense for those of you who aren't ready. Okay, so I want to share it with you, but you've got to qualify to get it, okay? The last thing I want to leave you with is something really, really powerful that I heard today. It was in the leadership workshop, and one of the speakers just basically ended with, why are you still working the business? That's something that, top leaders in the business get asked a lot, like, why don't you just retire with all of everything that you've accomplished and done? Like, what else can you do, right? Why are you still working the business? And obviously it's because they believe in Beachbody and themselves and they want to keep going. I'm still working this business because I believe in our mission as a company, and I believe in my personal mission and our team mission of what we can accomplish in our little corner of this business, right? There are people who want to work specifically with me and with you. That's why I'm still working this business. But I want you to ask yourself that question now and think about it. And think about why you're still here and why you're working this business. So please comment below. My calling schedule is also below. But please let me know your thoughts. And I'm just really, really interested to see who's in, who's ready to rock out the rest of 2017. Love you guys.